guys. So we are now at World Economic Forum in Davos at AMTD Group lounge, and here we are with Choi, who is the chairman of AMTD Group. It's a financial, digital, and investment company, and as well with Sebastien Borget, co-founder and CEO of Sandbox, one of the biggest open metaverse companies. And they just announced their strategic partnership, and AMTD is a parent company of L'OFFICIEL, and Sandbox already has their partnership with L'OFFICIEL and making a fashion June on Sandbox. So maybe you can tell more how is about your official partnership and what does it mean for the cooperation of your companies?
Hi everyone, very excited for this partnership. Sebastien, myself, Arthur, Benjamin, I think all of us, we are good friends. But I think more importantly that I think we see both sides of the strategic elements that we can add on together. So AMTD, we are a diversified conglomerate, focusing a lot into building platforms to connect the world. So I think L'OFFICIEL is something of a cultural and also a heritage. Of course, it's fashion, but it's connecting to over 33 countries of the world, but bringing over the 100 years of history into the modern world. But I think what we need are strong player that they have the tools, they have the space, they also have the capacity to house through everything that we want to do. I think big imagination, but also in terms of many possibility. So we always think of it in a way that any big thinking, the boundaries are for anyone for you to set. But then if it's without boundaries, then I think it's unlimited power. So I think that's why we see Sandbox as the perfect partner that we can have together to build something exciting. So maybe in terms of what we are building, I'll pass it on to my good friend, my good partner, Sebastien.
All right. Before we jump straight into what we are building, I think we're really aligned here on the vision. Sandbox is a platform for empowering anyone to become a creator, and we like to build this new virtual world, this new digital nation, as inclusive and diverse as possible, bringing together so many different culture and regions of the world, and focusing on entertainment as one of the leading verticals that will attract users. So quite naturally, fashion, lifestyle, art, culture, bringing East and West together, but also many of the regions, since L'OFFICIEL is in over 33 countries. I believe it's a great step forward, and through the great content will offer new experiences in the metaverse, and that will be attractive and beneficial for new creators and users around the world. We're looking to develop a new digital fashion and culture hub where indeed a brand like L'OFFICIEL, century-old, will use its legacy but also work to discover new talents, digital fashion designer who will be then showcased, have the chance to connect together, be educated, show their content to the more traditional audience, and then bridge two worlds, digital and physical, to blend them together through this hub.
Totally agree. Just to add on, in terms of how AMTD we focus a lot into having L'OFFICIEL, we are seeing this not just as an acquisition. I've been saying it. It represents a gateway from AMTD, from myself, how we want to do more in terms of art, entertainment, and in fact even media, because we think that connectivity power is the most important. So how to be influential, how to be everywhere connected through, it's something that it cannot be delivered just by the tools or infrastructure. It brings together with a history, as we talk about heritage, but also in terms of how we can work alongside with more of the younger generation. So I totally agree with Sebastien in terms of when we talk about promoting younger talents. So this is actually a lot in the blood of AMTD that, when I crafted our IDEA strategy, I call it the IDEA. The E is education. So in terms of, how we can make good use of the land together with Sebastien, with Sandbox, we want to promote a lot of the future artists, fashion designer, entertainment, talents, how we can bring the different culture all together from the past into the modern world, connecting through into something more value creative for everyone.
And why you believe in metaverse, and what type of users there do you try to reach?
Well, first of all, from our end, we don't restrict the audience or any users, that we see it as our customers. We want to be open, widely connect with the world. So basically, from my theory is that, when we connect the dots from the past to the future, dots in terms of, people we are, connecting through, but also in terms of opportunities and everything, right? So it's actually through connectivity, bringing more kind of like perfection to the world. So I think, this is also the whole, reason of, I'm sure that all of us here in Davos engage in dialogues, communicating, but connecting. So if you talk about metaverse, I think it's a very powerful form or channels, I think, of the digital channels for the world right now, especially for the younger generations. So this is something that we see it as very fundamental and important, that we have a powerful world giant like Sandbox to provide the space for us to start connecting through the metaverse.
Absolutely. It starts with a land into a virtual world, but it's expanding into a place where like this new digitally native generation will be able to exhibit, share, connect, and potentially become the next major fashion brand that maybe will be covered still in 100 years from now.
Exactly. But not just on printed magazines, but over the metaverse channels and every digital channels.
Are there any plans as well to establish a virtual office for AMTD Group and for your capital markets group?
Yes, I think, as we said that, we don't see that the land or right now the projects that we are working on with Sandbox are the only project. We see this as the start of a long years of partnership. So there'll be many things that we want to map out with Sandbox. And in fact, for the many components of things, the idea, strategy as we talk about it, one example is the A. A is assets, premium assets, or hospitality. So we focus a lot into VIP services right now. So we believe that, the premium channels and VIP, services for the selected group of customers, of course, widely spread, is something that, we are focusing a lot next, and could be our next project with Sandbox.
We're very mission driven at Sandbox. From the very beginning, we wanted to empower creators through the metaverse, through blockchain, through NFTs. And I think through this collaboration, this is one more mean towards like this mission.
And how big is the land which you acquired with AMTD Group for L'OFFICIEL? And have you conducted already any events in Sandbox? And how successful those events were, if they happened already?
Well, I would let the super expert, of course, to answer about more of the details. But I think what I want to say is that today is a special moment. I think, then is the start of the announcing this. So we try to keep lots of the more of the secrets, right? Not releasing it before today, but then of course there will be more details to follow tomorrow.
Absolutely, and the L'OFFICIEL land is medium estate 6x6, which is like definitely a lot of virtual room, virtual space to be very creative into it. It was part of a land sale called the Galleria that we did back in December, and will sold out quite rapidly. We shared some results overall during that period across 3 different land sales. We generated over $1.6 million, and we welcome roughly 1,000 new landowners who became some of your virtual neighbors, and hence will contribute towards this common mission, common goal together.
I think a little bit add on is that then that's the beauty thing about the land, right? The Sandbox is that all these surrounding neighbors, I think you will find out more later. We're seeing there are unique values in each of those, but there are collaboration areas potential. So I think synergistic value can be mapped out overall and over time. So that's the beauty about the Sandbox.
Great. Congratulations on your partnerships. Hope it will be successful.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you for interviewing us.
Thank you.
And, immortalizing this moment.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and
so much.
hope to promote our industry and as well metaverse and attract more customers to both companies.
We are